You're listening to the Gem Mint Podcast by GFNF. Your weekly breakdown of sports cards, hobby news, and everything in between. Here's your hosts, Jake and Nico.
Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Gem Mint by GFNF, episode 11. It's myself, Nico, and Jake. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man?
Not
Good
much,
week.
dude. Yeah, pretty, it was a kind of a long week, honestly. I think I was talking to Matt and Slump before, and I kind of forgot that we had Target this week. Just like between like cards and Amazon and like all this other crap going on, Panini.
Wild.
Yeah, and like actual work and stuff. Like it was a pretty long week, but yeah. So let's hop into it. I mean, we had Target on Tuesday, so pretty much
smoked it.
Yeah, everyone was pretty much ready for that. More Mosaic football, just mega boxes and hangers. I know we did pretty well. Everyone in the group kind of did pretty good with it. It was all red card stuff again, which I know you and I really like.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's less competitive. I say that, but yeah, it's less competitive. I mean, it helps having KSR, which is just still not missing a beat at all with all these different changes that Target's been doing. But we also did see playbook megas on the football side of things, so kind of like a weird vibe with these. I know like playbook's not like the most desirable, but neither was rookie and stars, and we saw what happened with the longevity boxes.
I'll tell you what, we saw a member pull a booklet out of one of the megas, and if those are coming out anywhere near decent amount of times, those things should do pretty well.
Yeah, I mean with what we've seen with kind of like case hits and hobby hits that used to be hobby exclusive hits, Panini's been loading retail with them, and I know like you and I, we've both opened, some of the guys in the Discord too have opened a decent amount of Mosaic, honeycombs, like autos, Genesis, like crazy stuff. So I don't know, maybe they're trying to boost up some of the retail, justify price increases with more hits. I mean, I guess it kind of makes it a little bit less painful when you open and you get like a booklet and playbook, which is kind of like the whole purpose of playbook.
Right. It's weird though, because they're moving hobby in the opposite direction of paying $2,000 for a couple autos that could be not as big a hits as some of the stuff you pull out of retail. Yeah,
I know last year's with playbook, at least last year's did not have a chance at booklets, so this is the first year we've seen it in the retail product. So it's what were they, 50? Were they
45? 45.
Oh, they were 45. Okay, so that's not terrible. I mean,
no,
the base cards are probably worthless. You're kind of just chasing those booklets and the autographs, which aren't guaranteed. But
you are guaranteed either an auto or mem.
Yeah, one or the other. I know the booklet that the member pulled was just a mem booklet, but it was numbered, which is
it's good looking.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's gonna be. We should have contenders, I think, soon. I kind of forgot about that as a retail product.
Oh yeah.
Which you could pull. I mean, I had a buddy pull out of 49 Joe Burrow rookie ticket redemption out of a hanger from that last year.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, so you could definitely get some monsters out of that. So, but there was some first time Donruss basketball megas. We kind of stood clear of those. Just NBA as a whole is just, it's tough to open and even remotely like be able to get any money back with it. Yeah, it's so brutal.
Did they have the guaranteed auto in those? I can't remember.
No, it's like some pink. That's the thing with NBA. You never get that.
Because NFL did, right?
Yeah, you never get that guaranteed auto with NBA. It just there's like far less guys. They could load NFL up with vets. I mean, they do.
I mean, NFL ones are through the roof right now. I mean, they're like they're over 120, $30, right?
No, they're like 150. Donruss?
Are they? Wow.
Yeah, they're 150 all day. So, yeah, basketball's just been unfortunate, dry. No one's really looking to rip it or buy it at all. So
Yeah.
kind of stood clear of that. Walmart, not really anything too big drop. We did finally see Mosaic Mega Boxes football load as a Walmart seller at a staggering price of $67.
Which doesn't. Why would they be more expensive than what you get them in store at?
Yeah, I know in store was 60. I thought at first we saw 55. Which
Yeah,
was
they were 67 plus shipping. I mean that's gonna be taxes and shipping. You're close to what, $75 on it?
You're just better off going with the Target one. So
Pass. Yeah.
yeah, I mean there's no difference with any autos or anything as far as I know with the Walmart ones.
They got it's just blue reactives.
Is it the blue from the Walmart? Yeah.
Blue reactives from the Walmart megas, but you get the golds out of the Target ones, and you have the equal amount of chance at an auto at either one.
Yeah, I think we're gonna probably stand clear of those just from either if you're trying to rip or flip those, it's just kind of stupid to tie up that much money.
No kidding. I mean, you could buy resale price of a Target one for only
a
couple bucks more than the Walmart retail cost.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
That is a good point. Walmart megas though do seem to sell for more for whatever reason. I guess maybe they just are a bit more limited than Target, but
they must be
historically Prism and stuff. It just they've always kind of sold for a little bit more, but yeah, we'll see. I don't see it being too big of a difference here.
Your best bet is next time you go grocery shopping, just swing by the card aisle, see if you can pick them up in the store for 60.
Yeah, true. One other thing we did see drop kind of on the in-store front, we did see Fortnite Series 3 finally drop. So Mega Boxes dropped at 2 p.m. on a Monday, I think it was. Monday or Wednesday.
It was weird.
Yeah, completely random drop. We've seen Target do that with one-off products and stuff like that, soccer and just stuff that's not too sought after. But they're $24.99. They're kind of the chase product for Fortnite in a whole because of the cracked ice parallels. If you've followed Series 1, Series 2 single sales, cracked ice is it's the rookie contenders cracked ice, equivalent.
Right.
It's kind of the chase card. So they were doing about 100. They've dropped down to 50, which is just people just getting more and undercutting. But
right.
I think some of the single sales are actually pretty strong. So we could see those bounce back pretty quick. And I don't think the stock is too large on those. So yeah, if you're
have you ever played Fortnite?
Oh yeah, dude, I was a season 1 player.
Oh, I've never played.
Yeah, it once it turned into the 13, 14-year-old cracked out of their mind kids building like crazy, I couldn't do it. I couldn't keep up.
Isn't it just kind of like Call of Duty but with wizards and
No, it's
I don't know.
No, it's not like that. It was a lot of fun in the beginning. The first couple seasons when it was more of a kind of a build, not really a build battle, but it was more kind of building kind of your own base and fighting against other teams as opposed to what I don't know if you've watched any of the tournaments what it turned into, but these kids are the reaction time on these kids is actually insane.
Is this the one that Vince plays?
Nah, that's Counter-Strike. That
No,
I'd smoke him in.
He's terrible at that.
Yeah, I would smoke him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no doubts. But yeah, so Fortnite dropped Series 3. We saw the promos drop. Panini last week, Mega Boxes this week. So keep an eye on for those in store. Other than that, we did see WWE today. First off the line, Prism. So this is a first year product. We'll touch a little bit more on kind of the logistics of WWE and Panini in a little bit, but Dutch auction starting at $2,000 with a floor of $750. So Card HQ and I put out a little post last night. We were both pretty confident that this was going to sell out around $1,500, just based on how limited it was. So about 1,300 boxes made. So roughly, 12 boxes in a case. You can order a case of this stuff. So about 100 cases. That's not a lot at all.
Yeah. No.
So we were it being a first year Prism product, with like a decent checklist too. We were kind of, I mean, you're guaranteed an out of 10 or an out of 3 in a first off the line box, which, like, if there's enough legends in there, that's kind of who you're chasing, that you can really hit a pretty big monster.
Yep.
I ended up getting in at 12.18 a box,
Yep.
and then it sold out right below that at 11.66.
Yeah, that's where I got into. I only bought one though.
Yeah, I mean, one's better than none.
Yeah.
I think the cheapest on eBay right now is 2,000. I don't think there's any sales, but the thing that was telling to me was most of these big, and it kind of makes sense where it sold out at. Most of these big retailers, Blowout, Steel City, they had Hobby up at 850 pre-order, and they're typically over what most places are going to sell out. When that Dutch auction ended, they pulled everything. Dave and Adams, Steel City, Blowout, they all pulled it and relisted it like an hour or two later at 950. I was able to find one box of regular Hobby on Midwest Cards. Shout out to Matt for letting me use the tax-free state of Delaware. I got one box at 830.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, I should have bought that. They had 2 left. I didn't even notice it at first. It showed stock count. They had 2 left. I bought one. I went back, and I saw it said 1. I was going to buy the other one, and it sold out. And then they relisted. They're at 900, I think. I actually think it was selling out pretty quick when I last checked. Let me see. There was only 4 left, I think, at the 900. Let me see how many boxes they have. So they're still at 899. Interesting. They pulled their stock count. It doesn't actually say anymore how many they have left.
They're probably getting low.
Yeah, they could be. So we don't know Panini. The regular Hobby is going to drop next week. We haven't seen a price from Panini yet. I think $7.99 to $8.99 is likely.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean the auto checklist is like absolutely insane for some of the duels that you can get. Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. John Cena's on there.
Yeah, John Cena, Lesnar, Edge and Randy Orton, just like insane stuff. Bret Hart. The only one they didn't get was The Rock. They got Stone Cold. They got like Mick Foley, some of the other big guys, but they did not get The Rock, which
they can't afford him.
Who can?
That dude, I just read the other day, he's the highest paid actor in Hollywood. You know that?
Yeah.
He does a movie for $30 million. They probably can't afford to put him in the product.
It's unfortunate, but I totally get why he didn't make it. But yeah, that would have been cool to see. But yeah, I think that's it for like products. This past week. Yeah, so let's hop into some stuff going on around the hobby right now. Probably one of the biggest things going on. There's been a lot of talk about this. Drake.
Drizzy.
So, yeah, he is just opening. He's like me if I drink too much bourbon and I go into my closet.
Yeah,
where all the wax is. He's just ripping everything in sight. So I don't know how many more flawless cases, but he had like a mountain of flawless, and he opened an 86 Fleer basketball box with our favorite guy Ken Golden.
Can't stand him, but I think the Fleer belonged to Kent, didn't he?
Oh, did it?
Yeah, he made a comment like, "This is the box that I've had on the shelf behind me in my office." And
well, did you see what was in it?
Yeah, I think it was rigged.
You think it was rigged? It was loaded.
You think that box had 3 rookies and 3 rookie stickers?
Yeah, that was insane.
Wow. I've seen boxes open to that before where not a single one's come out.
Yeah, I mean the one he pulled looked really, really good too.
Yeah, it was the first pack he opened too, I think.
Yeah, he had one first pack, which is pretty crazy. So, I mean, what are your thoughts with this? Is this just kind of like a flash in the pan with Drake, or like you think he's actually getting involved here? You think like we're gonna see some other big names, big celebrities kind of dabble at this level, or is this just like Drake like spending a shit ton of money?
My thought process on this has changed. I originally thought this was just a marketing technique for get some celebrities almost like endorsing and like running a commercial for the hobby. But I do believe that a lot of these celebrities are, what do you do when you have all the money in the world? It adds a little bit of an excitement to them that they're, hunting these big things. I really do believe that Drake's getting into this pretty heavy. I think that we'll see more. I know obviously you have other celebrities that are in this, like Mark Wahlberg and his kids. I know you ever follow the Card Boys? They have an Instagram and stuff where they rip open some high end product. I think we see more celebrities getting into this because not only is it a fun market that, they have the money more than anyone to operate in, but I think it grows their fan base too because, if you're a Drake fan, you're listening to his music regardless of whether or not he's ripping open, 100 cases of Flawless.
You don't think it's just like for the Netflix series, the Ken Golden Netflix series?
It might be. I mean, put me down for a no on watching that.
Yeah, definitely not. But yeah, it's interesting. I think Drake is just so rich that like this is just fun.
Ken Golden called him up and said, "Hey, let's spend some of your money."
Yeah, pretty much. Like, hey, dude, I need to sell some shit. Like, can you come through?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just been, as with everything, just people on like Twitter and stuff. Like, obviously he's gonna hit big stuff. Like, he has unlimited income, pretty much. He's just opening like tens of hundreds of $1,000s worth of product. Like, so
how hilarious would it be if next time like Ken Golden goes live, he's got the Drake haircut with the fade.
Those pictures are so funny. They're so funny.
It'd be great if he's got a full grill and
I don't even want to. Yeah, I don't want to imagine that any more than I already have. Some more drama, I guess you can call it. So the Leighton and Blez 25 cases of flawless break got a lot of hate.
Yep.
Mainly because a lot of it was because they did have two kind of like Vegas ladies like standing in front of the table of 25 cases, doing nothing. Yeah, doing nothing other than standing there. Like they had no purpose other than obviously just to show off, kind of thing. Yeah. It got to the point where Leighton had to issue during the break. Leighton had to issue an apology or statement, pretty much saying like this was not our idea, blah blah blah. But people were still
a family
like,
company.
Yeah, and people were still like, listen, like then you should have stopped it. And it's kind of a tough situation because like there's a lot of money in on this. Blez is a very different breaker than Leighton.
And people know that. You don't think Leighton knew that getting into it?
Well, Leighton did, yeah. I kind of put it on them for that. Like Blez is like just very in your face out there. Not for everyone, not for me. Don't break with them. Not my style. But there's just a lot of money on the line, and I think that kind of took precedent, in my opinion.
It's similar to the like Filth Bomb. I mean, Filth Bomb's an acquired taste. He's a little bit loud. But people love breaking with it. I think at some point you got to put the blame on Leighton on this. You knew what you were getting into. I'm fairly certain they did this in Vegas, did they not?
Yeah, so they did it, and we can kind of go into this a little bit. They did this at Mint Collective, which is in this past weekend in Vegas. Pretty big show, a lot of money getting swung around there. But it kind of kicked off that weekend. So interesting. I don't know. I feel indifferent on it. I would still break with Leighton even after it personally, but I totally understand why they were getting shit for it. But what are you gonna do? Everyone's always gonna, like I always say, everyone's gonna have their own opinion. And
lesson learned. I bet you they won't be doing that again.
For some reason, I just don't think them and Blez are gonna ever collab again.
Yeah, probably not.
I think it was just like thanks for doing this. We'll see you. We'll see you never.
Right.
More controversy, kind of a different realm of controversy, but Star Stock. So online marketplace, if you don't know what they are, kind of like COMC, where you could kind of send your cards in, and buy sell there. They are 2 to 3 months behind on shipping out cards. You want to touch on this a little bit? I know you read
Yeah.
up a little bit on it.
Yeah, so basically they've been having a problem for the last 6 to 8 months, just falling behind. And now they're up to about 3 months behind on most of their getting their orders out. And they decided to make an announcement that they're going to take a break and kind of pivot towards NFTs, which a lot of people are doing. That's not anything, new right now, but people are real pissed. Like they're waiting on their cards and waiting to get orders processed, yet you're going to take a break and transition into take on another, branch of your company when you can barely handle the one you got now. So people are upset, understandable. I think that their business model is probably going to start ticking on the downward.
Yeah, what a wild thing. Just being like,
Yeah.
you know what? I think we're gonna I think we're just gonna like stop shipping this stuff out and we're just gonna do NFTs now. So like you guys are just gonna have to figure it out for real.
We'll send you pictures of your those are basically NFTs.
Yeah, I don't really I know a lot of people like COMC. They have like a pretty good reputation. I know they are a little slow too, but it's a good marketplace to buy and flip, honestly, because you can not touch product at all. You can just buy cards on there, transfer it to you, and make your money when it's the right time to sell. So, it's
a good idea. It's definitely a good idea. It's just you can't fall behind like this, especially when there's companies like COMC and stuff out there that will bury you.
Exactly. Speaking of companies that want to bury you, Fanatics. So pretty crazy week for them.
They got too much money, man.
They do. Yeah, they do. It's a little scary. So they have inked a deal with Vince McMahon and the WWE for the rights to e-commerce, trading cards, NFTs, and merch, which is